Oh, hello, warriors. Welcome to Keon Plays. Sammy Right Love Battle Party, Unspoken Ties with Mitsunari and Ieyasu. Let's continue on. And Mitsunari, what do you want to say? You have something to say. What are you trying to say? What? Why are you sniveling? Okay, Mitsunari, calm down. Calm down. Don't be so angry. Let's just go. We did it! We did it! We did it! Yeah! Gomo Simios. Okay, I'll stop. I'm so random. I got a yawn. I had a yawn. I don't know. Did I read? Yeah, I read this. I'm not gonna read it again. You really believe you have what it takes to best me? My, aren't we confident? With so many eyes upon me, I can do little but smile and swallow my frustration. You think I'm about to be humbled by the likes of Vulpine Oath? I wonder if there isn't some easier way to win here. Wait a minute. If there's one thing he loves doing, it's attempting to murder me at random. If I provoke him a bit, that will set his blood boiling and throw his focus off. Hiding a teeny smirk, I take up my wooden sword. Began. Mitsunari What? Somebody text me. I'll look at that later. Anyways, Mitsunari's katana. Stop texting me. I'm trying to read. Mitsunari katana comes flying at me the second Mitsuhide gives the signal. I will punish you in the name of Hideyoshi. Fun. I swing my sword upwards to meet the blow. Closing the gap between us, I whisper low enough for him alone to hear. Just so you know, even if I do lose this fight, I have no intention of apologizing. How dare you? Well, why would I? It isn't as if I said anything untrue. Besides, there's not a lot of damage you can do with a hunk of dead tree anyway. Mitsunari glances at the wooden katana in his hand, eyes flashing with a frustration. I wind him up even further, injecting a decent amount of scorn into my next words. Mind you, seeing you swing your sword around like a blind monkey makes me think you suit being a monkey's retainers too. In fact, a wooden sword seems a waste when a hole would be more fitting. What? Why you say hole? A hole? A hole? I know you're a hole. You're that hole. You won't get away with this, you rank scoundrel. Oh, he pulled out his real sword. Mitsunari, don't do this. Burning with rage, he flings his practice katana away and reaches for his real one. He bought it, and just as easily as I expected to. Mitsuhide's voice rises up in the courtyard, directly following. Mitsunari, how many times have I told you not to draw your sword in the garden? No, this isn't what it looks like. I have no need of your excuses. You are to be punished for this. Excellent. Satisfaction fills me at the sight of Mitsunari being scolded. While I'm secretly laughing to myself, Mitsuhide turns his sharp tone on me instead. You as well, Ieyasu. I will be exacting the same punishment from you. My eyebrow twitches at these words. Strange. I don't recall unsheathing my weapon. You are the one who provoked him to doing so. What? From the unsparing light in Mitsuhide's eyes, I realize I've been caught in my own snare. To be continued, warriors. But don't worry, we're not going to end it here. We're going to continue on. We're going to keep on going. And where the heck am I in all this? Like, where am I in the story? I don't even see me. I don't even know where I'm at. Ieyasu and Mitsunari Pove. Part 2. In one of the rooms of a small hut, I unleash my irritation in a grumble tirade. That wretched, senseless Tanyuke. I cannot believe I've been told to bunk down with that ill-natured excuse for a raccoon dog. Oh, now I'm playing as Mitsunari. Now I'm Mitsunari. I'm playing as Mitsunari, okay? Okay, I see how it is. We have been confined to the same small quarters. This is Lord Akachi's idea of punishment. To say that it has put me in foul mood would be the understatement. Not only that, but making up is a condition of our release. How are we meant to make up when we never get along in the first place? I consider getting along with someone rotten to his very narrow a technical impossibility. Even now, it makes my stomach twist sourly to think that all that separates us is a flimsy sliding screen. All the same, if this confinement, let me do that again. If this confinement goes on indefinitely, I'll never be able to go back to Hideyoshi. That poses a problem, which means there's but one thing to do. I suppose I'll have to get along with the loath. I sigh and steel myself to the idea. This is for Hideyoshi. This is for Hideyoshi. Repeating this to myself, I turn my attention to the next room over, wherein Ieyasu is meant to be. Inhaling deeply, I open the door. He appears right in front of my nose, and I let out an undignified yelp. What in the world are you doing? I question hastily, pulling away. Ieyasu blinks out of his daze and raises his voice. I could ask the same of you. Don't pop up out of nowhere like a fox out of the hole. Again, you're the one that I throw off as I realize something. Was he thinking of doing the same thing I was? I sneak a glance at him and see that he's arrived at much the same conclusion. Eventually, we both decide to release ourselves from this punishment as fast as possible. Then there's only one choice here. We have to work together. Our eyes lock, and when we share a reluctant nod, we're in agreement that this is only a temporary measure, yes. I see no other choice. Let's act accordingly for the time being. Whatever you do, please don't get in my way. I believe that is my line. Let's continue on. Whatever you do, please don't get in. Oh, wait, I'm not reading that. I believe that is my line. We managed to reach an understanding without ever voicing the word cooperation out loud. It'll all be an act until we get out of here anyway. I can play the part of Iyasu's bosom buddy for Hideyoshi's sake. I expect you to play your role well, like the trickery tanku you are. I have high hopes for you and your monkey as well. No doubt you've learned a thing or two from your master. Grr. Normally, I would have knocked him senseless for that, but I can't afford to kick up a fuss now. However, there's one thing I do know. Getting along with the likes of this man is utterly impossible. Several hours later, Lord Akechi visits our makeshift prison. I have brought supper. I trust you to have settled down somewhat. Here's our chance. I bow my head and look simply contrite. Lord Akechi, I am sorry for my behavior earlier. Not only that did I draw my sword within the castle grounds, I upset Lord Iyasu. I purposely referred to him by his title, showing him as much false remorse as I can possibly. Iyasu, managla blah 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 blah, whatever that word is, shakes his head. Let bygones be bygones. Mitsunari, I am nothing if not impressed by your loyalty. I would expect nothing less of Hideyoshi, who is known more for his scheming than bravery. He has his retainer's heart. Why that little... I bite back what I like to say to that. I pretend that comment was never uttered. How generous, Lord Iyasu. I appreciate it. Broadness of minds must be important quantity in a liege lord such as yourself. I have a feeling Mitsunari's not having a good time right now. He's having a bad time trying to get along with Iyasu. He's probably like, I gotta deal with this bullshit. I soften my expression as much as physically possible, all the while spouting nonsense I don't mean in the slightest. What an honor it is to be praised by you, Mitsunari. Iyasu smiles at me. I can almost hear him bellowing about how disgusted he is. I mean it. Naturally, no one compares to Hideyoshi, however. What a pack of lies! Drawing the comprehension at all is beyond rude to Hideyoshi. Lord Akichi brows lift as if he looks at the two of us, smiling away suddenly while hiding our true feelings towards one another. They hate each other. They don't like each other. I don't even like Ieyasu too. It's okay. I'm on Mitsunari's side. You both seem to have reflected on your behavior. But of course, I put it down to having been given the opportunity for a nice relaxed chat. They having a hard time trying to get along with this. Okay, let's see what we got. What kind of mission is it? Oh, that's a beautiful fan. I'll buy it with my coins. I'm rich. Yeah. I look ridiculous, but hey, get it. Yeah, we did it. We did it. Yay. Okay, clear mission. Yay, we did it. Yeah. Oh gosh, I had a burp. Ieyasu and I shoot each other a stealthy look. We can't afford to fail now. As we talked, we realized that we misunderstood one another on a normal number of points. I'm sure Lord Ieyasu and I will no longer rashly provoke one another in the future. I generally rashly declare, hinting at Ieyasu to stop trying to rile me up. Ieyasu does one of his flashy, if deliberate smile. It's a relief to have disabused Mitsunari of the strange misapprehension he was laboring under. Surely he'll never make such a fuss within the castle grounds again. So he's trying to say this is all my doing, is he? This must be him relating for my suitable warning earlier. Despite the sting of his hidden criticism, I cannot allow my smile to crack. Curbing the urge to stalk him in the face, I give him a look instead. After all, we've made up. Indeed, we have made up, haven't we? Whoa, when are you two make the Battle of Sekigahara happen with the Eastern Army and the Western Army? So, you two are not going to get along, and you two are going to keep on fighting. Yep. We both interface that point through some semblance of matching grins. Our captor nods as surprise and joy plays across his face. I see. I never imagined we would see such swift results. It seems leaving you two alone together has had an effect. Lord Akichi's eyes glitter with proud tears. Freaking Mitsuhide, you're so cute. Excellent. We thoroughly deceived him. I shall have to report this to Lord Nobunaga straight away. In a show of great relief, he scurries away from the hut. I watch him go before finally letting my futures relax. Phew! Phew! Twin sighs melt into the evening air. at last will be released. I feel oddly exhausted all over, but have little time to reflect on this as Iyase turns his slight eyes on my way. You call that making up? You were as transparent as can be back there. You were saying the same very... let me say it again. You were saying the very same thing. It was beyond unpleasant to listen to. I had shivers. I could say the same thing. Do you have any idea how loathsome it is to have you stand there praising me? It could be awkward. That's what I could say. Aw, I got hearts. I'll go ahead and I get it later. Get it later. Excuse me. I keep burping. Why do I keep burping? What the heck? I'm not a baby. I could say the same thing. Do you have any idea how... Wait, yeah, I'm not reading that. I suspected as much. You were completely obvious about it. Excuse me, are you trying to insinuate whatever the frick that is? I'm a bad actor. And what was that little performance? You ignore what I had to say? What's wrong with that? Our words didn't line up properly. Did you even hear a word I said? How dare he? All the vexation I've been ignoring breaks free as Iyase continues with that obnoxious attitude of his. I shoot him a wild-eyed glare and spit out every word I've been holding back. It's your own fault for making a mockery of Iyase, known more for his scheming than his bravery. I'll have you know Hideyoshi is the bravest, cleverest man there ever was. My fervent speech makes Iyase roll his eyes and look away. There you go again, ranting about that monkey. I move before I can even think. Don't you insult him. I growl, seizing Iyase by the collar. Do you ever shut up, you whatever fox? Iyase grabs me by the collar in relentation. His stare is dagger sharp, but I refuse to back down. I moved into his personal space, glaring right back until... Incidentally, I forgot to pass you your supper. Oh my freaking god. Oh my gosh. The door opens and Lord Akachi, who is supposed to be gone, pokes his head in. He trails off mid-sentence and all three of us freeze. Lord Akachi breaks into a beautiful smile as he sees us on the verge of punching one another. I knew it. The smile remains even as his tone of voice crosses over. No meal for either of you then. And with that concise rebuke, he turns his back on us. Wait! Lord Akachi. I hurry after him, but he mercilessly shuts the door in my face and locks it from the outside. The lingering scent of the dinner we were meant to have jabbed me right in the appetite. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. You deserve that. Another story mission? How many story missions do we have to do? Good gosh. We did it again. This is my last one and then I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Your stomach is growling. So is yours. We start to out glaring, but it soon fades into an awkward avoidance of one another's eyes. Without a word, the two of us make our way towards the kitchen. Happily, there's enough food stock available to last us for several days. In other words, your opportunity to get our behavior. Did he plan all of this all along? Miyaki's eyebrows knit together as the same thought occurred to him. Whatever the case, there's little we can't do about it now. I resigned myself to our situation and took up a nearby Dakun radish. Time to cook, I suppose. It irks me that I can't be doing this next to Hideyoshi, but I need. What is that? I don't know. I wordlessly set about peeling the radish while Iyasu calls to me from behind. Just so you know, I don't want any. Worry not, I never plan on making any for you. Naturally, who would ever bother cooking for that infinite trickster? I bet he never cooked for himself. Good then, he can suffer for his lack of food. I sneaked a look at him, expecting a woefully hungry expression. Huh? There's a huge variety here. I'll settle for something simple. He quickly gets to work, muttering to himself all the while. He rinses some rice and sets it to boiling. In the meanwhile, he chops vegetables. Rather than being daunted by the prospect of cooking, he's quietly good at it. If anything, he's clearly done this before. I didn't expect that. When in the world did he have the chance to cook? The indulgent, pain-free childhood I expected from him seems right off the mark now. No, whatever the circumstances of his life, they have nothing to do with me. My line of sight sweeps away from Iyasu and back to my own path. Just as I'm ready to start cutting the radish I've been working on, I see a shadow of some sort slip by the door. It's there in a second and gone in a flash. I think no one nearby. Well, it hardly matters. Cutting up this root vegetable takes present it over in digifying shadows right now. If they're chopped at different thickness, they will cook unevenly as well. Now you sound boring. This is not a freaking cooking episode. I take up my knife seriously, determined to have one perfectly chopped radish after this. An enticing aroma whisked over from Yasu's workstation, but I decide not to check what it is. To be continued. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end it right here, right now. So that's to be continue. So stay care until next time Keon plays Samurai Love Battle Party. Unspoken Ties. Bye. After all, we made up.